Yo, it was good with y'all, man. Welcome y'all back to another video. It's your boy Hustle. It's your boy 98 CEO, aka The Answer, and I'm back with another video. So for this video, what we got on the docket? Alright, so y'all been paying attention to the news, especially my Falcons fans out there. Y'all saw that Calvin Ridley, he's getting suspended for the upcoming 2022 season. We traded Julio in the offseason, 2021 offseason, before the coming 2021 season. Traded Julio. So Calvin Ridley was going to be the #1 receiver coming to the season. We drafted Kyle Pitts in the draft, but you know he's a tight end kind of hybrid. But you weren't expecting him to come in and be the #1 guy. You had Calvin Ridley. You see what when you drafted, you used to have Julio, who was your #1. And you had Calvin Ridley, who you were hoping could turn that table and become the #1 receiver. And then you had Kyle Pitts coming on that can learn from both of them. Calvin Ridley, 4, 5, 6 games to the season. Well, originally he missed a game, some mental, well, no, not mental, personal reasons was the first thing. So he missed a week. I think it was like week 5. He came back week 6, and then he missed the rest of the season, citing mental health problems and personal issues. Cool. So, boom, get the news Monday. Calvin Ridley, like I said, suspended for the 2022 season for gambling on NFL games. They from the investigation I got, they said that he did bet on the Falcons game. I'm kind of confused which way they mean by that. Does that mean he bet on the Falcons winning the game or he bet on losing? But it's like, okay, whatever the case, it really doesn't matter. And then just the moral of the story, as a Falcons fan at this point, I'm just over the Calvin Ridley saga, to be honest with you. This season I went to the week 1 game against Philly. Went to the stadium, went to go get the jersey. I wanted the Kyle Pitts 8 jersey. I had my 98 Hustle jersey. I had just ordered it, but it wasn't gonna come in time for the game. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy me a jersey at the stadium. I wanted the Kyle Pitts all white. When I get there, they didn't have the all white Kyle Pitts. But I seen the Calvin Ridley 18, so I had the Calvin Ridley. So I went and got the Calvin Ridley 18. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got this one. And I'm like, yeah, I ain't even mad. I'll take the Ridley jersey. Boom, 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 XYZ. But at this point, I just need Calvin Ridley out of Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm sick of the saga of Calvin Ridley at this point. We've gotten to a point where you miss over half the year. Well, you miss most of the games of the season. For whatever reason, they could be mental reasons. But the thing I don't get about the mental reasons, if you're having mental issues to the point that you have to leave the football team, I don't get why you're still betting on football games. That's my biggest thing. Again, people want to talk about how good a receiver he is, which he is, but he's never been proven to be a #1 receiver. So they say that, but he's not proven to be, and I don't know if that's what his issues started to come from, him, that pressure him being that #1, not really want to be on the team, whatever the case is. It really doesn't matter. He needs to be out of Atlanta just because we already spent last year sitting there waiting to see what you were going to do, what your, where you're going to come back this week, where you're going to come back at the year in general. At the end of the day, we were a team we weren't a great team, but we were in the hunt for weeks. So we could have used a receiver like Calvin Ridley. We're going out there with Zacchaeus, Russell Gage, Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts getting double teamed as a rookie because we ain't got nobody else out there. We got Zacchaeus, Russell Gage, and people of that sort, and Tajay Sharp, folks like that. Where Calvin Ridley could have, helped to alleviate some of the issues that we had on the team. So just like we were stuck in a bind with you on that because you're personal reason. And of course, we're offering mental health, so it's not that. That's the issue. It's just more so what's coming behind that. So we're kind of on the limb. We really don't know what's wrong with you. Not really talking. This is the most I've heard from, and this is the most I've heard from Calvin Ridley in recent months. Like Sunday, I seen something with Brian Finneran. Anybody that's a true Falcons fan knows Brian Finneran. For never the White Days number 86 white receiver. Everybody knows Brian Finneran. But Brian Finneran said something. I guess Brian Finneran got a little radio show. He said something to Kyle Pitt. I mean, not to Kyle Pitt. He said something to Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley on Twitter talking about, I don't know who this guy is. That's when we should have knew it was something about him that we just need to get him out of the city. Like, he's almost like a cancer. That's how I'm starting to feel about it. So then again, you get the news Monday. He's getting suspended for 2022 season for betting on whatever he's betting on. FanDuel, DraftKings, he's betting on games. And then what makes it worse is, not only is he suspended for the year, he's on Twitter talking about, I only bet $1,500. I mean, I'm only out for a year, so I'll just be more healthy when I come back. It's just like, that's the sad part about it, because that's the mental part that I see out of it. It's like you don't even see what you're doing and like the effect it has on you. Like Them folks did not say he's suspended for 1 year. They said at least a year. You don't know how to talk behind that, you might be gone for 2. You get gone for 2, then the folks not really gonna be thinking of Calvin Ridley as a name no more. They're like, Calvin Ridley was a great player, but couldn't get it right, couldn't get it set together. So it's just like you're causing more of this on yourself. Then to make it worse, you already were out for the mental problems. You know how many, the type of comments that you finna begin, and just people that talking to you, you understand what you finna get from that? But like I said, this is not really a Calvin Ridley video. For me, this is more so, I'm gonna talk about the implications on the Falcons that it's gonna have, and also what it'll do for our salary cap this year, because his $11 million is gonna be off the books. I want to read the article off the Falconholic about exactly what it does for us and cap space and anything like that. But at this point, we just need to get rid of. We need to rid Calvin Ridley. Like we were already talking about. We're already in talks of trading him, because it seems like he needs to be somewhere else. But for sure now, if it was any doubt in anybody's mind as a Falcons fan, I think that we just need to get rid of him. He's like a cancer. You really just need to chop that off. Whatever you can get from him at this point, we'll take. If we can take a first, but with this situation, we almost don't know what could come from that. So y'all want to read this article from the Falconholic, basically talking about what it does for our draft implications and what it does for our salary cap. Because like I said, at this point, I'm just over the whole Calvin Ridley experiment. Like when folks like this jersey I got, I just feel I need to throw it away. Folks burn Julio jersey, but it's like we loved Julio. Like Calvin Ridley, we ain't had that much attachment to you, my boy. And just for you to show your ass like that, bro, we'll catch you. Like for real, Calvin Ridley is not Atlanta. But anyway, let's look at the implications for it. So he'll be suspended the entire season, removing his contract from the roster, which will create $11.1 million in cap space for the Falcons, effective immediately. So we can use that going into once the new league year starts, March 16th. Use that to go into free agency. What's the day? 9th, so next week, next Wednesday. So we can use that hopefully in free agency to bring in another type of receiver. I'm gonna talk about that in another video. Type of prospects I want. I'm actually go over the free agents with y'all and tell y'all a couple that I see we get, because I don't think we're gonna get no high level guys, and I don't want us to reach like they did with Dante Fowler, where they reached to go get somebody that could have been high level and he just panned out. So I feel like we need to stay like kind of middle and kind of get longer contracts. So like just name off the top, DJ Chark. I would like DJ Chark in Atlanta. Receiver like that, where he's not he's not a household name, but he's a good receiver, and you can catch him where he just came from an injury. You can catch him in a kind of down. You're 25, young still, and you can catch him to where you can bring that in, sign him to maybe a 2-3 year contract, and then he can build his career back up and become a household name. So anyway, back to this. So this is the final year of Ridley's contract. Suspension will cause it to toll. So basically repeating in 2023. So his 5th year option just will apply to the 2023 season. And that's if he's even reinstated by the league. And the way he's sitting there talking and the way he's going, I don't know if that is even an option. And his dead cap counts for 0. But his 5th year option in 2020, well, Jeremy Fowler reported his 5th year option in 2023 is not guaranteed. It's no longer guaranteed. So it says the Falcons could have a lot more flexibility with Ridley in 2023. As a result, they could cut him and save the entire $11.1 million, have him play out the contract or attempt to trade him again. Okay, and it says the great side they taking the salary cap Ridley suspension to account. So according to Spot Rate, the Falcons are down to the cap for the first time this offseason, sitting at $3,820,734, and they can clear another 8.8 with a few veteran cuts. So based off what I'm seeing, based off those veteran cuts and the $3 million that we already have, we could have like $11 million to play with. And of course they can do some restructuring and everything else. But like I said, I just feel like now we just need to cut the bait with Ridley. It's just like you kind of didn't held this you kind of held the rag over our faces last year. Kind of just being like dependent on what you want to do, and not just like as an organization, you can't be dependent on what a player's trying to do. We can't be sitting there waiting on you. Are you gonna play? You gonna not play? You want to play? Like we can't be based off that. So if you don't want to play, you don't want to be in Atlanta. Cool, we'll let you be and go on. I'm just kind of upset that it had to happen right at this point. Not only with the combine happening, but we could have got a 1st round pick or 2nd round pick this year that we could be using for this draft. You know what I'm saying? Where now it's like it's just everything got to get pushed back, and again it's almost like we're on Ridley's time again, which is kind of my problem. But I don't want to just burn the bridge with him, because at the same time he is coming back for 2023. Whether that's Well, the hope is that he'll be back reinstated for the 2023 season. At the same time, it's like 2022 doesn't really matter because his money doesn't count to the books anyway. But it's almost just like, just based off what he has going on and just the way he's talking, I just don't want him on the team no more. Like, I just feel like we need to move on. Kyle Pitts is our number one receiver. He's a tight end. He's still our number one receiver, and we just build around that. We don't really worry about what he got going on, Ridley. I would just rather see him traded. But at the same time, I could see a scenario where they bring him back in 2023, like everything is regular. You got Kyle Pitts in his third year. You got, whatever you do in this draft. And I just feel like you have a better overall team, which will kind of incentivize him to want to play with us. But, which is not, that's why I said it's not out the whole realm of possibility for me. But that whole situation just kind of blindsided me as a fan and just kind of made me off him. Because, like I said, we don't have that attachment to Ridley like we did a Julio, where it's like, we really loved you, like, as a player. Like, really, you're a good player. I thought Ridley was a top 10 receiver going into this season. But you proved to me he's not. He's nowhere near it. And he's not getting better. That's what I'm saying. He's not better than Jamar Chase and he's not better than Justin Jefferson. He's not better than those types. He's not better than Debo. He's not better than some of these people that are coming in. So he's going to have a lot to prove and a steep hill to climb coming into that 2023 season. And honestly, I would almost just rather just get rid of him now while his value is higher. Because, like, the good thing, like I said, the dead cap don't matter. So if we release him, we'll say that $11 million. We trade him, we'll get value for him. So it's almost like I almost feel like it's a win-win for us. It's unfortunate that he's not gonna be able to play with us for this upcoming year. Because of course, you expect to be a better team. You want to put your best foot forward when you have your new team coming in. You bring in your draft pick, bring in your free agency class, everything like that. So you want to put that best foot forward. So without one of your players, and then for the reason it is like, you betting on him, like, it's just stupid. It's just all around just dumb. Like, for me, it's not even the fact that you're betting. Like, I mean, a lot of NFL players and stuff, been hearing they say that's one of the biggest rules they got. You see right when you walk into the facility, don't bet on NFL, don't bet on no betting, no gambling like that. But my biggest thing with it is more so that not only are you betting, but you're not even with the team. You're not even being a teammate. You're not coming to the games. You're not talking about anything. You're just saying you're not in the right mental space, the right mental state, which we have no problem with. We want you to be the best version of yourself. But at the same time, you're away from the game, but you're betting on games. It's kind of like, it's almost like a slap in the face of the team almost. Like, you're so out of it mentally that you're betting on us for games. It's like, it just doesn't make sense. So like I said, I'm kind of off the Ridley train, and of course this just happened, like I said, Monday. So the emotions are, still there with everything that's happening. But at this point, I'm just gonna put Ridley to that side of mine. If he gets traded, I would actually like him to get traded, but since it probably won't happen for this draft class, it's almost like we're just gonna have to wait anyway. So I'm gonna kind of hone my feelings to that and just forget that we have Ridley as a player. Just worry about building the team up from what we have currently present. Just really, I don't even want to think about really until the 2023 season or until this 2022 season is over. And if he's even reinstated by the NFL, then we can consider him again. If not, I'll just rather see us just cut bait, whether that's a cut or I wouldn't want to see us just flat cut him. I'd rather get something for him. We got a second round for Julio at 33, so it's like for really we should be able to get a second or at least a first, just because he's gonna be 2 years out from football. In a contract, needing a new contract, so a lot of teams might not want to, put that into him if they feel like they can get him in free agency. So that's another thing we got to think about. So yeah, I think Ridley will be coming into. I mean, he's still be in his prime, probably 27, but it's just like with all that he's got going on, it's just too much for me. And like I said, as a Falcons fan, having already been through what we did this season with him, and now you got to do that again next season, it's kind of like I just rather cut bait and just go ahead and get rid of him. But like I said, it was a Calvin Ridley video and talking about his situation, but more so I want to talk about the implication it had on the team, and again moving steps forward on what we can do to become a better team. So like I said, that'd be it for this video. I'm gonna drop the combine was this past week, so I'm definitely gonna drop a mock draft for post combine. I got some people that didn't rose on my board, and I just felt like we need to go ahead and just snatch up. I don't care if it's early to some people. Sometimes you just need that foundational piece and you can go get it early. And with that said, that'd be it for this video. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.